Today on 9/11, there were 3 tragedies that happened on this historical day. 1, terrorists hit the Pentagon and just destroyed it all. 2, they knocked down the Twin Towers, bro. They knocked down the Twin Towers. And 3, Nas got bodied by Jay-Z, Hola Jovito. Yeah, that's a whole nother discussion. Yo, what up? It's your boy Black with Black TV. We'll give you reviews and hip hop news. And today I'm doing a retro review on Jay-Z's one of his most popular albums, legendary status albums he has ever put out, The Blueprint. But first, don't forget to hit subscribe to Black TV for more reviews, more reactions. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell to be notified for more videos. And in the comment section below, tell me what is your favorite Jay-Z album of all time. Is it The Blueprint? Is it the Black Album? Put it in the comment section below and let me know what is your favorite Jay-Z album of all time. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do a deep dive on Jay-Z's classic, The Blueprint. Like I said before, today Jay-Z's Blueprint album turns 18 years old. 18, it's legal. It's legal to buy cigarettes, bruh. And like I said before, this is a very classic album. It came out on 9/11/2001, which is the same day the terrorists knocked down the Twin Towers. And it has been rumored that it took Jay-Z only 2 weeks to record this whole album. And even with that, that's extraordinary. But let's go ahead and talk about the cover. The cover is an iconic cover. Like, this cover represents just a lot of him being more of a businessman, transitioning from a rapper to a businessman. And I like the color scheme in it. It looks pretty, bro. But let's go ahead and talk about what I actually love about The Blueprint 2. First of all, it introduced one of the most famous diss songs of all time, Takeover, which dissed Prodigy, where he said Prodigy was a ballerina, but RIP to Prodigy. Yeah, he said Prodigy was a ballerina, bro. Like, I can't fathom that. And it also introduced a diss song towards Nas, which Nas later made the iconic song Ether, which is a popular phrase known in rap hip hop now. To my man, bro, you got ethered, bro. You got ethered. But that's a whole nother different discussion for a whole nother video about Jay-Z versus Nas. But Takeover, which was produced by, Kanye West, that was one of, that's in the top 5 most, that beef was in my top 5 most famous beefs of hip hop history. And the number 2 thing that I really love about The Blueprint is the production. The production introduced one of the most iconic producers of all time, Just Blaze and Kanye West. Just Blaze produced one of the singles on here called Girls, 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 which Jay-Z told a story about girls that he has run into and has a different meaning at the end about what he actually learned after meeting all these girls. And track 6, You Don't Know, he produced, which basically he has the iconic line, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. And like I said before, Kanye West, it introduced Kanye West as far as the foreground as in production in the major industry, which he brought track 8, Heart of the City, which really was supposed to be Beanie Siegel's instrumental, but Jay-Z heard it, took it, put it on The Blueprint, and ever since then, Kanye West and Jay-Z has been best friends forever. besides what happened a couple of years ago, they've been cool. They've been cool. And he brought track 9, Never Change, which is probably one of my best instrumentals Kanye West did on the Blueprint. And track 10, Song Cry, which probably is one of Jay-Z's most personal songs in his discography. Like, Song Cry is a very important song because, like, I'm not gonna say that's like a heartfelt song, like a very heartfelt song. That's just, to me, one of Jay-Z's most personal songs he has ever did in his career, besides 444, which is basically a Beyonce apology song. But Song Cry is up there. But my favorite song on the Blueprint is track 3, H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. This track produced by Kanye West, which was sampled by the Jackson 5's I Want You Back. And it was Kanye West's first production Grammy in his career. And like I said before, with this collaboration right here, like, it brought Jay-Z to the forefront as far as in his career, because at the time Atlanta crunk music was wrapping up. Atlanta was finna take over, and even this whole album right here was a sample based album. You know, it did highly successful as far as in this market, being #1 on a Billboard charts and #1 in the hip hop charts. But going into my dislikes, I don't really have a lot of dislikes for this iconic album. The only thing I really dislike is track 12, Renegade featuring Eminem, which is basically his only feature on the whole album. And like, it seemed like everybody says that Eminem bodied Jay-Z on the song, but I have a good reason for that, because at first I'm hearing that it was Eminem's song at first, and then he just basically gave it to Jay-Z. But they have different perspectives. If one artist is mad on a song and the other artist isn't, you're gonna hear two different perspectives on that song. But you know, I wouldn't have put it on there, just because I'm not gonna let nobody body me on my own album, bruh. And even then, Eminem was extremely hot at the time, but hey, it's a good song. He has 2 bonus tracks on here called Lyrical Exercise and Girls, Girls, Girls Part 2. And Girls, Girls, Girls Part 2, which is really a remix that Kanye West did over the first one, where Just Blaze did the first one. I don't really like this production with Kanye West, and it just sounds strange because Girls, Girls, Girls was like his second or third single, and it just etched in my head, and I just don't like that production. Now, he snapped on Lyrical Exercise, but I don't know, bruh. And my least favorite song off the Blueprint album is track 5, Jigga That Nigga. Like, if I had to pick a song I didn't like on here, is basically this song, because I really don't like the chorus on this song, bruh. And plus the content of the song, you know, even though he's very braggadocious on the Blueprint album, it's just that the production on the song really didn't sound like it fit with the other production on the whole album. It just didn't mesh well with me, to be honest. But let me go ahead and rate Jay-Z's The Blueprint album. I'ma give it a 9 out of 10. I mean, it's a classic. It's a classic. But like, I'm gonna say at least 8 of the songs on here are very repeatable. If you never heard of a Jay-Z album, I highly recommend this album right here, because this is like really the embodiment of what Jay-Z is, and it has a lot of his classic songs on this album. So I give Jay-Z's The Blueprint album a 9 out of 10. But the most important question is, what do you think of Jay-Z's The Blueprint album? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's a classic? Do you think it's Jay-Z's best body of work? If not, what is Jay-Z's best body of work alone? Put that in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit subscribe to Black TV. Hit that like button, that thumbs up. And until next time, I holla. Next time on Black TV.